Hi friends, and welcome back to another Flying Dawn Marie adventure. Today I'm taking you tide pooling and kayaking right here in Morro Bay, California. If you love exploring nature, spotting wildlife, and discovering hidden gems, this is the perfect place for you. Come join me. There are multiple spots to explore Morro Bay tide pools, but one of my top picks has to be North Point Beach because of its easy access and full, vibrant sea life. Just north of the Morro Rock Formation is a small parking lot that leads directly to a short staircase and some incredible tide pooling opportunities. Morro Bay has fantastic spots to discover marine life up close, but timing is everything here. Check the tide charts and aim for low or negative tide, which reveal the most tide pools, and also look for and obey all the local signs about rip currents, steep beach faces, and backwashes. It's important to wear sturdy footwear here, as the sand can hide sharp shell pieces, and the wet rocks can be slick. Now make sure to bring layers for the changing weather conditions and always follow the leave no trace principles, staying aware of the surrounding waves and never turn your back on the ocean. Now I also love visiting early in the morning when I often have this beach all to myself. Hermit crabs are always fun to find. Now these tiny crabs carry their homes on their backs and are a blast to watch scuttling around. But if you look closer, you'll also often find larger crabs here, like the striped shore crab, which showcase beautiful coloring with reddish purple claws, and also the northern kelp crab, that's sometimes referred to as a spider crab due to its long legs. You can expect to see sea anemones in abundance here. These colorful creatures can look like flowers almost, but they're actually predators waiting to catch a small meal. Starfish can be a bit elusive, but they're a favorite of many visitors, and you might spot the bright orange or purple sea stars clinging to the rocks. And keep an eye out for mussels, barnacles, and even tiny fish darting between these tide pools. Of course, I love seeing all the living sea creatures, but you never know what you might find here. We always want to leave no trace, but when it's sitting so perfectly and there's no sea life on it, let me show you. A perfect vertebrae. The ocean is incredible. Along with this North Point Beach, Windy Cove is another popular spot for tide pools, as is No Name Beach, a beautiful little patch of sand at low tide which is tucked in front of the foot of Morro Rock at the end of Coleman Drive. And really, wherever you choose to go, you're sure to enjoy the natural coastal beauty here. As you're tide pooling, it's so important to be aware of the tide coming in. And of course, we are guests in this beautiful natural habitat, so we never wanted to touch or disturb any of the plants or wildlife here. It's been wonderful to explore the coastline with you, but I think it's time we get in the water. Come join me. Morro Bay is known as a stunning spot along California's central coast, and in my opinion, there is no better way to experience it than from out on the water. Now, today, Nate and I are heading out on our Best Way kayaks. These inflatable kayaks have been one of our favorite adventure purchases of 2024, and I'll make sure to link the details in the description of this video below. But if you don't have your own kayak, there are great local companies that rent them out by the hour and even offer guided tours if you'd like a little extra assistance on your adventure. If you're launching your own kayak, you have multiple great options in Morro Bay depending on your preference and skill level. Now, the Morro Bay water access and tidelands are probably two of the more popular spots here. And once you're on the water, there's almost endless areas to explore that showcase the beauty of Morro Bay, whether you have an hour or all day to explore. The Sandspit is a popular kayaking destination. Here, a long, narrow strip of sand protects the bay from the ocean waves. Consider a paddle here for quiet beach walks sprinkled with seashells and, of course, stunning views of Morro Rock. This estuary is a special place to see, where salt water meets fresh water, creating a rich marine habitat. And the Morro Bay estuary covers over 2,300 acres. Now, the estuary is largely protected from the ocean by the lengthy sand spit here, and the ecosystems of these estuaries can create more living matter each year than comparable-sized forest, grassland, or agricultural land. And estuaries are also critical in capturing and removing carbon from our atmosphere. The calm, warm waters here allow a wide variety of plants and wildlife to thrive. The calm morning waters are magical here, but always check the weather and tides before heading out. It is possible to get stranded in low tide, or worse, in powerful high tides get swept out into the ocean, particularly with king tides, so plan ahead and prepare for your adventure accordingly. I love to paddle closer to Morro Rock for amazing photo ops and a chance to see all sorts of birds, from hawks and falcons to seabirds like cormorants and pelicans. It's no wonder that Morro Bay is so popular with birders. One of the best parts of kayaking in Morro Bay is the incredible wildlife you can encounter. You might get a chance to see harbor seals, leopard sharks, or even rays swimming next to you in the shallow waters. But I think many visitors' favorite are the local sea otters, often found frolicking here. These playful creatures are extra cute when floating near the kelp beds with their pups. As adorable as these little ones are, please remember we are guests here in their home, so keep your distance and never approach or interact with wildlife. Aim to keep at least 50 feet back and use your zoom lens to film and photograph, or binoculars to see them. Now, if a sea otter does begin moving toward you, paddle away. Sea otters are protected under federal law, and it's dangerous and illegal to touch or approach them. It certainly is a bucket list experience to see these guys from the water, and there's nothing quite like the Pacific Coast memories you can make during a trip here. Thank you so much for joining me this week in Morro Bay. And for more information, see my full blog post at flyingdawnmarie.com. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next week, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go. Bye.